That, my friends, is the sound of a happy new engine, or a happy engine with a brand new carburetor on it. All right, good afternoon, YouTube. So, updates. Well, the carburetor, the Holley 1931 to replace the Holley 1920 that somebody had put on there, finally came in. I gotta say, I'm really impressed. I got it from Chicago Carburetor, and it looks great. It runs like a champ. She runs smooth as the baby's butt. So I spent the other day, Thursday, working on it. Hold on, I'm gonna turn her off. Spent Thursday working on it in between bouts of a little bit of pre-medical procedure prep. So yeah, I spent Thursday working on it. Got her tuned in. I still need to do some minor fine-tuning on the vacuum. I ear tuned it. I didn't have the vacuum gauge pulled out at the time, and it was kind of between everything that was going on. I was not feeling it. So I got her ear tuned, got her where she runs smooth on the ear tune. And then, yeah, took her for a drive, and she has some pep now. She actually, I mean, it's a 6-cylinder, so it's not going to get up and bark the tires and rip the tires loose. It's the economy box. It's the EconoBox 3.3 199 engine. It's just a quiet, running, happy little engine, and I like it. Got her up 60 on the other day on the main road, and she cruised at 60, happy as a clam. She went down, no issues, no vibrations, just cruised, and it was great. Let's had the radio on. All right, some other stuff I did. I'm gonna flip you. Motion sickness. All right, so finally. Yeah, it looks like it's swollen a little bit up here at the top. It's really not. It's just I got that clamp super tight because I don't like leaks. Finally got that replaced. The previous owner had used a piece of sewer flex pipe and a 99-cent rubber pipe adapter from Home Depot to make the fuel line that goes from the filler. Oh yeah, rear trim came in. Somebody actually had the factory rear trim, and yeah, my bumper still has a dent in it. Nobody has a replacement. I'll eventually take it in and get somebody to reform it and re-chrome it one day. Here's to hoping. But where the filler goes in, previous owner had a Mustang 2 fuel tank put in it because I guess the factory fuel tank rotted out and the floorboard rotted out. So he cut the tank out, cut the rust out, bolted the fuel tank into the rear of the car. So what I had to do was, it's a 2 1/4 neck on the fill tank. It's a 2-inch neck on the fill tube. I dug around and could not find anybody that had a 2 1/4 to 2-inch fuel filler hose. I have a local specialty shop in my town in Pensacola called Rubber Specialties. The owner and I sat down and talked for about 20 minutes, and he said, here, let's try this. And he got me a piece of marine grade fuel hose, 2 1/4 fuel hose. So and he gave me some, threw in a couple some of the best clamps he had on the had for it. They were stainless steel, or not stainless. They were just really high-end, expensive clamps. And yeah, it fixed the problem right up. Is it fat concourse ready? No. Is it leaking? Nope. I put gas in it. Doesn't leak a drop now. Before, it would seep around the trunk, and you'd have fuel odors in the trunk, which was kind of dangerous considering not a lot of airflow in that trunk. So if you had something back there that might have sparked, you might have had a fireball on your hands. But yeah, so that problem's fixed. I think I showed you guys the trim work, trim rings, all that stuff. Yeah, so that's really about it. Oh, so the original vinyl, the OEM vinyl clips that I put on, well, went to go drive it the other day and the vinyl clips broke. They were, I guess, just old, just even new old stock just wouldn't hold that piece of trim in. So I did the same thing there that I did on the top one. I used 10 by 24 machine screws with nuts and nylock nuts on the back of them. Pulled that out, pulled the trim piece off, zipped it in place. Whenever I got to get it out later on, it's easy. I just get back in behind it with a wrench, pull them back off again. But it holds it nice and snug. So I'm happy with that. I did the same thing. Look, thunder. Did the same thing back here because I couldn't get the all the clips on the original trim were broken, so I used the same procedure back here, held everything in place. I'm going to take some time probably the next couple weeks here when everything settles down a little bit. I'm going through a little bit of stuff right now, but when I get some free chance, I'm going to take some time and I'm going to polish that chrome, all that chrome out back here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the pitting out of the bumper. It's that fine pitting that you can see at a distance. It's like 60-year-old chrome. What do you expect? But, you know, every day you work on one little small thing, and you know what? Eventually it'll get there. The new brake cables are on order for the parking brake. I should have those in next week. The bell crank for the parking brake came in, so I should be able to put the parking brakes on this thing and actually have parking brakes again, which will be nice. All right, YouTube, have a great one.